All right. Sorry about that. We're back here now. So we're gonna create the interaction part now that we last time we should have set up the trace part on being able to enable and disable the actual look at target, right? So there we go, right? And we're not aiming. Let's see here. Oh, we should also, we're not aiming. We should also put this here and also set this up properly for the pool since we're going to use that as well. All right. There we go. So now that we've got that, now let's set up the interaction. Right. So right click, we make the IA interaction under the interaction settings. Why is it freezing up? There we go. Input. There we go. IA score grapple. Grapple. All right. Then we'll go in here. I'm going to hit the plus and look for IA score grapple. Score grapple. We're going to set this to R once I get right. Save that. Now, I'm going to go back to our interface because I also want to set the call function for enabling the grapple, right? You know, or acquires grapple, right? So enable grapple. Oops. Right. This is going to take in a scene component. This will be the capsule. Basically, object to move, and then we also want a cable component. Cable component, and this is the hook shot. Right. So with that, right, we can go back over here. I'm going to enable grapple. So we're going to put that here. So then I can make another Boolean called as grappling hook, right? And then we're going to obviously, set this here. But first things first, I want to promote this as a variable, right? Object to move. And then I'm also going to do the hook shot as a variable as well, which we'll have to get from the player, right? There. This will enable grapple, right? So quickly set that up, and again from my character to setup one, if I go to my blueprints, it's under the BP hero, right? We set up the is aiming part, but let me now I'm going to create a custom function, and this will just be enable grapple. Oops. enable grapple. There we go. Right. Now this is going to call from here. The enable grapple message, right? Now what this is going to take to enable is the capsule component for the object to move. And then the hook shot is we're going to add a capsule or a cable component. Now this cable component you can name hook shot, right? Then I'm just going to make it a child of the skeletal mesh. Now the reason why is because I want to attach the first point to the hand R. Right. I'm also going to look for visibility while I'm here. Visibility. Turn it off. And I'm going to set the material to arrow right now. You can make assign any type of emissive material you make to that, and that will make it glow, right? Then I'm just going to shove that on there, right? So that way we get the components that we need, right? Now, because we don't have the quest system yet, I am just going to run this off of player start. So if I come up here, right, I can look for on event start, we're going to literally say enable grapple, this function down there, right? Enable grappling hook, just to make sure that we have it named differently. That way we're not setting different things, right? There we go. So now I can do the IA grapple. Right, so we're first going to check, hey, as grappling hook, so does the player have the grappling hook, right? So we're going to branch. Now, I'm also going to check if we are aiming as well. So there we go. And then we're going to do the and bool. And there we go. Just like that. Understarted. Right. There. Now, first up, we want to check if this is, so we're going to break, right? Because we need to check if the hit actor is valid. So what I am going to do now, after we check that if they are valid, we want to grab the hook shot. We want to set, actually we want to set attach endpoint to component, which we're going to say hit component. So obviously if the hit actor is there, we can then say hit component, right? Just like that. Then I can duplicate this one, put it up here. We want to set visibility, and we want to make it visible. Now that we have that done, we want to then grab our cached where are they? Oh, right, they got put into components, right? Object to move, right? Well, we want to move to component. Oh, 1 second. So if I drag off of, or sorry, we want to drag off of here. Move component, right? Move component 2 is what we're looking for. Sorry. Now, the actual place that we're looking for is we're going to drag from the hit actor and say get actor get actor or location. There we go. Right. Now we can plug this in directly. Now we also want to grab the off of the hit actor here. We want to get. We also want to compare the look at range, right? So I'm going to first go find look at range, right? And then obviously we want to get the owner and get actor location, right? Q. That can go here. That goes in there, right? Now for the actual location, right? I'm gonna hit a plus, right? Now you can have this depending on a variable if you wanted, right? Depending on the character, right? Actually, I'll minimize that. That there. But I know that we want to, depending on how you, if you want to get on top of a ledge, you would add more offset, right? So this could be, in fact, let's see here. Let's see. Depends on how you want to do it. If you're trying to get on top of a ledge, you would have an offset, and if you wouldn't, you would check. So on our hit actor, we could let's see here. To do look at engaged. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, let's see here. I'm going to see here of hit actor. Go back to our target really quick. Does it have a component? See. Does have a component. Rotation. No. Wait, no, this is the other one. Grapple target. Sorry. Let's see here. Basically a boolean. Let's see here. I could. It has an interface actually. So let's see here. That's what we could do. Right. We'll go to, so this is the interface. So we're just going to go to interfaces here, right? We're going to say has offset location offset move to location. But it's going to, that way we can actually put it there. So offset offset location, right? It's going to send out. We're also going to have a bool come in, right? And this will be has offset, right? Offset, right? Just like that. So now that we've got that there, we want to go implement this inside the actual Grapple base, right? So I come in here, right? So if it doesn't have an offset, right, we can promote this to a local variable, right? Say no offset. Offset. Now we're going to do a branch. So I can now duplicate this and then there we go. So then that one's going to be local since we don't want to has offset. So actually I got that backwards. There we go. Just like that. Now for the offset one, I'm going to promote this to a regular variable that we can then set as well. So this instance editable, don't need the 3D widget because we're not doing it that way. This will be offset offset location. I'm gonna rename that actually a little better. Offset offset to move, and then get rid of that space there. Offset to move location, and now we can. That way, we can then just hop back over into the component, right? And then what I would do here is actually also can just trying to see if we can make it pure, but that's okay. We'll just bring this a little more forward. There we go. Right. Then we'll say as offset location message, right? And then I guess I didn't need well, no, I don't need the boolean. Oh, I see. All right, so let's put that in there. Right. I'm going to go back to the interfaces, remove the input, right? Because ultimately what I need to do is go back here, disconnect that, and promote this to a variable. Oop, not local. I want to promote this to that. Has move to offset. So right. That way you can design that on, again, as I mentioned, make them instance editable, right? Just depending on what you want, right? There we go. So then back over here in the skills, got this, that over here, so forth. There, a little more cleaner, right? So quickly, this is the beginning, right? So we check, hey, do we have the grapple hook? Are we aiming? If so, is our target valid? If not, well, after we move to, right, we want to turn the grapple hook there. Technically, we should also, I wonder, can we? Yeah, we're going to basically reset the grappling hook, right? But I'm going to do the visibility first. And there we go. Right, and then I'm also going to call the reset grapple, right? So that way we get rid of the target as well, right? Then this is the grapple time, right? Now, depends on how fast you want it to go. I would promote this to a variable. Say grapple, time to grapple, how fast, grapple speed, grapple speed, right? And then I'm gonna set mine roughly to like point. I'll do 1. And there we go. So now if I were to aim and then hit R, oh, let's see here. I can see. Oh, grapple. That should, yeah. So that should be checked there. That'd probably be my reason right there. R. There we go. Didn't quite do that. So let me just see what's going on here. All right, so I'm going to zoom out, hit play. Get my movement. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, I forgot to check it off, right? I'm going to, doesn't really matter. We can, we're gonna set it to a new place anyway when we grapple again, which